You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty, hosted by Earl the Pearl. On Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
The views and opinions of the host and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
They say the sun and I shine for all, but I hear some people.
Talking Heads with Naughty is brought to you by Burger King, the Cancer Treatment Centers of America, Cleveland Clinic, Eddie Munis Live, ESC Distributors Limited, Fine Threads, John's Department Store, Dorcas Wild, KFC, Naughty Johnny's, Percy's Land Games, Prince Masters, and Tropical Gyros.
Good afternoon, good day, happy Thursday. It's a Talking Heads Thursday. Yes, this Pearly in the house again. 2 days back to back. That's some good stuff, huh? Welcome to Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. How's everybody today? So good to be with you today. But before we get anything, you need to know how to become what?
Here's how you can become a talking head. Brought to you by BTC.
You can call me 323-6232, 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4316, or 325-4259, or toll free 242-300-5720. And you can always text me on the text line powered by BTC 422-4796. Yes, 422-4796. So what's happening in the headlines today, everybody?
It's time for Headliners. Everything that's making headlines in the 242. Brought to you by the Fine Threads.
You can start calling the Bahamas never a dull moment. Let's look at the headlines. Funds missing at Abaco Post Office. Police called in to probe matter. Politicians who have faced rough weather should step down, Mitchell says. Chamber, rising electricity costs having a devastating effect on business. Valley Boys faction asked to vacate shack. They're supposed to be coming. I hope they still show up. I ain't hear from them, but I hope they come. I think they come, and I have faith they can show up. And the business section, DPM, no signs of airlift fall off after Sanders Emerald Bay closure. That's interesting. American Airlines has recently increased its capacity to Exuma. Chamber, rising electricity costs have a devastating effect on businesses, and Cooper assures entrepreneurs are making money downtown. Ministry of Tourism commissions downtown mural initiative, and fishing sector has great potential for further development, says Marine Resources Director. And gas, we know it's $5.60. Rubis, Esso, and Shell. How's everybody doing? September is still hot. I saw one teacher said they should close school till November when it's cooler because this hot weather is very disrespectful. Yeah, some teacher I know said that. So everybody good? You got some special guests, and then you know when I have these special guests, only problem is he comes swinging his hand again. But we ain't gonna throw lowness. We ain't gonna throw no lowness. Marco, Jimmy's.
What's happening?
Sans Bear, welcome. How you doing, my brother?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
All right, how we can win now? What you got for us to win this time now?
We got the Pop and Redeem for you guys, man. It's been going on for a while now, for over a year, but we came back bigger and better.
Okay.
You could collect up to 6 caps, Sans Light, Pink, and Passion Radless. Bring them to Eddie Jimmy's Wines and Spirits. We have Wolf Road. We have Bay Street. We have Life with Key. We have AIP. Bring them to Eddie Jimmy's Wines and Spirits. Once you pop the top, you get a free beer, as well as you enter to win some of our prizes, which would include jet ski and many cash prizes.
I see 30,000 plus, eh?
Yeah, 30,000 plus, sir.
And jet ski, what's this golden ticket I see now? Explain that to me.
The golden ticket, you just enter your name, email, and any other information that you would like to put there. Once you put it in, we raffle off every week, and you will see a winner. So this week we have a winner going down at Jimmy's Jams down at Carmichael Road store. And you will be winning a pair of sunglasses. I can't tell you how much it costs, but it costs a fair amount of money.
I know. They're nice, I know. So the jet ski still park in Carmichael Road or no?
Yeah, that's still in there.
Still parked there? See, I remember. He said I saw it there. So, Sans Best sell everywhere, so I could buy it from any place. Just keep my cap.
Yeah, just keep your cap.
When I go to watch the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs and I drinking my Sans Bear, just keep each cap.
Yeah.
I gotta tell the bartender because they pull the cap and keep it for themselves.
Yeah,
give me my cap.
Give me a cap.
And I think I good for 6 tonight.
Well,
So, other than the very expensive sunglasses, what else any other prizes? Any things you want to tell us about?
well, in the past weeks we gave away a Yeti cooler. We also give away JBL speaker. We give away many other prizes. So you just have to see and follow us on Sans Beer as well as Jimmy's Wines and Spirits on Instagram to see what prizes you will be winning in the upcoming weeks.
These Yeti coolers getting very, very popular.
Yeah.
I got my Yeti tumbler right here. This keep my coffee hot. And I understand it. So the coolers keep things really cool.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Almost all day, almost all week.
So you accept caps on which beers now? Sans Light, Sans Regular,
Then
Passion,
the Passion.
Fruit Rattler, and the Pink Rattler.
Yes,
so
sure.
that's those four.
Yeah, that's just those four.
So people, you gotta buy Sans Light, Sans Regular, and for you ladies who like your Radler, get your Passion or your Pink Radler. Save your caps. But so it could be any combination. I could have like one Passion, two Sans Light, two Sans Beer, or I have to have all the same.
Exactly, any combination of the four.
Once I have six,
Yes,
and I
once you
bring
have
it to
six.
any Sans. So when I write in Chip and Arms, I could go right down to the bottom of the hill on Nassau Street there
Yeah, man.
and get mine.
Of course.
Okay. I actually enjoyed when the carnival was going on. I was getting right to catching and filling up and going back on the corner to watch the crowd.
Oh yeah, man, that was a big party in the corner, man.
Yeah.
If y'all missed that one, y'all miss it.
No, I ain't miss it. I was there. So this has been going. How long is it going to run now?
This is going to run up until September 28th, where we give away the big grand prize. We're going to be out at Awa Key. It's going to be a big party out there, guys. So I don't want you to miss it.
So that's Saturday the 28th.
Saturday the 28th.
On Awa Key.
Yeah, we love the jet ski out there. And we'll be giving it away that night. Some big DJs will be away.
Okay. And lots of Sans Beer.
Lots of songs.
And food.
Yes, sir.
And music.
Mm-hmm.
So it sounds like a great time. That's closing out the summer the right way.
Yes, sir.
And then, so any other things big coming up for Sans Beer in the future?
Well, you'll have to wait and see. The Truly Vehement Beer.
Marketing people like do that. Wait and see. Like, I'll be sitting here trying to figure out what's going on. I know something could be good for Christmas. I know that.
Yes, of course. The Truly Vehement Bear is always on the move, man.
Uh-huh.
Always on the move. So we're going to have a great summer. And then in the summer, of course, we're going to have, out of the party, we're going to have DJ Tank one time. Overdose.
The Minister of Music.
Yes. The Minister of Music.
Yes.
It's going to be out there, man.
Okay.
So it's going to be a big party, guys. So I need you to be out there on the 28th to see if you can win this jet ski and drink some songs with us.
I can look good on that jet ski, you know. I can look good on that jet ski. Comes with a trailer too, right?
Yeah, man. It comes with a trailer, man. As long as you win it, just give me a ride.
Ain't no thing. You can ride it. I ain't getting you. I ain't gonna be me and you in the back.
No, man. I ain't
You
doing
take
that,
it. You
man.
take
Yeah.
it and go for your little ride and bring it back to me.
I got you.
You can take it. Take your friend on it. She on it with you. You and I could go for a little ride.
Yeah, I can fill it up with gas, man. I can bring it up.
They give you 45
Oh,
minutes. I
God.
give you an hour. So let's recap and say now. So it's Pop and Top.
Yes, sir.
Top. What is it? Help me out.
Pop and redeem.
Pop and Redeem.
You got it.
Sans Beer, regular Sans, Sans Light, Passion or Pink Radler,
Yes, sir.
and you just bring your 6 caps to any Jimmy's. So you got Nassau Street, you got East Bay Street, you got Carmichael Road, you got where else now? Help me.
You got Wolf Road.
Wolf Road, that's right. Forget Wolf Road opposite police station.
You got AIP.
AIP, yeah.
You got Life for Key.
Life for Key.
That's in Nassau, as well as on the islands too.
Yeah. Oh, so the Family Islands as well.
Yeah, everybody's involved, man.
Okay. So everybody can be involved. Lucha, Grand Bahama.
Yes,
and
sir.
Let's have a good time.
Yes, of course.
All right. So it's good to have you here with us. Like I said, so we gotta wait to see anything else that Sans Bear can be doing for the Christmas.
Yeah, you gotta wait and see, man. You
Okay.
gotta wait and see.
But I'm excited about it.
Hey, we might be giving away a boat. I don't know.
Oh, that could be nice. That could be nice.
I don't know,
Then I can
guys.
just
I
tie
don't
my
know.
jet ski in the back of the boat.
Yeah.
And then go Rose Island and have a ball.
Oh, that's what it sounds like.
I really can plan good. That's fun. So, Marcos, good to have you with us.
Yes, sir.
We just want people to get out there, get your Sans Bear. We're happy to have you as a part of Talking Heads Thursday. Just letting people know, make sure get your Sans Bear. I don't want you to say you didn't know, you didn't hear good. Sans Regular, Sans Light, Passion, and Pink Rattler.
Yes, sir.
Any six, you can have all 6 Sans Light or 6 Sans Regular or a combination of caps. Take them to any Jimmy's, any of the 6 or 7 Jimmy's out there. So I put in another store on y'all. And you can get a free beer.
Yes, sir.
There's no limit. If I bring like 600 caps, I good.
You good, man. We got you.
All I can drive around and see how much my friends drinking Sansa. Sansa, but on the real, we had a family picnic and all they had there was Sansa there. And if I didn't know that, I would have saved them caps.
Yeah, man. Save the gap, save the bottles too. You get $250 for each case.
Okay, and
Save
where's the
bottles too, man.
redemption center?
We have redemption center at any of the Jimmy's Wines and Spirits, but most importantly, you can come down to AIP right away and get your cash back.
What is AIP? Airport
Elwood
Industrial Park.
Yes,
There you
sir.
go. I knew that. I just want to make, I guess some listeners will call me and text me, Pearly, you ain't telling me what AIP is. That Jeff guy who's messed with me. Okay, so anything else you want to talk about?
No, not this time, but just a reminder, follow us on Jimmy's Wines and Spirits and Sans Bear on Instagram and Pop and Redeem, guys.
Okay, just pop and redeem, guys. Get your free beer and let me know how it works out. Good to have you here, Marco. Look forward to having you back soon.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right, we can take a break when we come back to some people, but I ain't seen them yet, so people, we can still talk about them. This is Pearly, Talking Heads Thursday on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. We'll be right back.
I've been feeling for your love so long. We can praise God in the moonlight. Baby, if you with me, better do right. And I've been gone too long.
For fast, reliable, and impactful printing services, look no further. Let Printmasters bring your masterpiece to life. We stand by our quality products that is second to none. Our affordable pricing and friendly, efficient staff makes Printmasters the ultimate choice for all your printing needs. We can deliver any type of printing services, from banners to booklets to business cards. You name it, we can print it.
Let Printmasters bring your masterpiece to life.
Located in the Nassau Guardian Building, telephone 302-2361.
We're gonna give you a check every week for a year. Percy's Pension Plan, Island Game, keep you winning. Percy's Pension Plan, dream big, we will help you live it. Percy's Pension Plan, Island Game, we got you. Percy's Pension Plan, from the friends you can trust. If I'm game, you know, cause your best chance is with us. The most trustworthy name is Percy's Island Game. So put 20 on your account and ride this easy train at Percy's Island Game.
Imagine getting full flavor without your wallet judging you. We're taking value to a newer, crunchier level with our new KFC Snack Box, packed with one piece of juicy fried chicken, crispy fries, and a buttery biscuit, all for just $5.35. Take a break and snack responsibly with a delicious, affordable KFC Snack Box. Order your new favorite deal online with Messenger or WhatsApp Hi to 557-3663 to start your KFC order today. KFC knows value, and it's finger-licking good.
Nassau, get ready for a night you simply won't want to miss. For the first time in over 40 years, experience an evening with Eddie Menace live at the Amphitheater, Nassau Cruiseport on Saturday, October 5th. Tickets are on sale now. Go to ticketboxevents.com or go to the Nassau Cruiseport box office located in the Junkanoo Museum. Joining Eddie on stage, Fran Sean, Gino D, Ira Stoll, and the Higher Level Band. An evening with Eddie Menace live at the Amphitheater, Nassau Cruiseport, Saturday, October 5th. Get your tickets now.
Are you tired of the same old 5K runs? Want something more? Then get ready for the Chick Charney Challenge City Run on September 28th, starting at Crypto Wild. Test your strength, stamina, and spirit. It takes all of you to dodge, climb, conquer obstacles as you race through the heart of the city. Lace up and get to the Chick Charney Challenge City Run. Register now on our website, chickcharneychurn.com, or on our social media pages. Island Yogurt, Advantage Insurance, Art of Graphics, Crypto Wild, and Guardian Radio 96.9.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty, hosted by Earl the Pearl. On Guardian Radio 96.9 FM.
It's time for The Buzz. What are you buzzing on? Brought to you by John's Shoes.
They say the sun and I say the world.
And we're back. We're back. Talking Heads Thursday here on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Let me get this. Have a Japanese import vehicle and no longer able to listen to radio, news, talk, and music content on Guardian Radio? The Hit Spot is offering a $79.99 special, VAT included, ban extended equipment and installation during the month of September. Check them out. So you can be driving around and listening to Pearly Talk. You don't have to pull on the side of the road. You don't have to run in the house and turn on the TV. You can take your time, drive in the car slowly, and listen to Naughty and Pearly Talk every day. Hit Spot, $79.99 for an extender to get your radio right. So everybody, what's the buzz? Now, I kind of upset here now because every time I look, there's something going down with some sort of, I can use the C word, corruption. Funds missing at Abaco Post Office. What's going on in our little country? What is going on in our country? You sell the stamps and you keep the money for yourself? Come on, man, you can't be doing that. That's the people's money. That's the people's money. But we'll see what happens. We got a caller already. Let me see what our caller got to say. Caller, are you ready to talk to me today? Are you ready to give me some insight? Caller, you on the air. How you doing?
Plenty.
Hey.
But you know these topics near and dear to my heart.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, Plenty, we run in a corrupt nation. Long time. The Americans didn't tell us that long time. What you talking about?
You like that?
Corrupt country.
Optimist. I like to think and I like to hope that things can get better, man.
The only thing optimism you could have is that plenty people going to jail. Be optimistic about that.
But if that happened, then we clean up the mess. But we need
a new prison and a shelter. You understand? But the latest and the thing is, see, people that say GNM and they big more, but see, GNM is talk truth. We come and see life too short, Grammy say.
Yeah.
To be lying and trying to convince people. So when you hear GNM and Chef Music them come on the radio, we talk the truth.
No, I appreciate that. I do. I appreciate that.
I told you that when I told you all in the nation that we really, honestly, truthfully tried to bring the factions and the Valley Boys together, CNN was telling you the truth. Now you see who come out and say it?
I hear you.
A former prime minister came out recently and break his silence. That faction over there, the man in charge of that, has turned in and morphed into a petty dictator.
Yeah, but I'm not going to defend anybody. I call a spade a spade. I listened to the interviews from both factions yesterday, and I won't say it like this. I thought it's kind of petty that you try to evict them and you can say. No, let me say this piece. I personally, this is only Pearly view now. This is my view. I thought it's kind of petty when he say, "Oh, the lease has been gone for 14 days." Come on, man. I can understand it was 30 days, but 14 days. It's like you couldn't wait for something. Let me finish. I heard Trevor said
14 years.
But then I must use misunderstood. So the lease has been expired for 14 years?
The lease was unattended, and the name was unattended for 15.
So the lease has been expired for 14 years?
14 years.
So they ain't paying for 14 years?
They wasn't checking for that. That shows the incompetence of that administration. They all the stuff showing up themselves. We ain't do that, That's what they do. And then for a former prime minister to come out and break his silence because he tried from day one.
So let me ask you something. What is accomplished by putting them out the shack? What happened to them costumes? What happened to the fellas who's fixing them costumes? All them come out, so them costumes will make it on base. So what going to happen come John Canoe? You're getting the Saxons to win then? Or the family or the Roots to win?
The Saxons probably can get one good win out of this scuffle. But you say you listen to Trevor. Trevor say if they Valley Boys and they come and they get their registration cards like all of us did, or a couple hundred of us, got our cards to be officially registered. If they registered, the costumes could stay.
So, but the team. No, hold on. How the costume could stay when it's two different teams?
No. GNN did. Y'all can laugh at me.
I only trying to find out what's going on now. So I asked the tough questions.
I can tell you, Pelly. You're talking to the right man.
Help me.
GNN in January. Vaughn Jones came to me because I am like a designer for the groups.
A mortician. Okay.
And he told me he liked a particular costume. So he said he'd like it to be biblical. So I said, okay, Vaughn, leave it with me. I'll go do my usual thing, research, and bring back the photographs and bring back the lineup. So what I go on do, ain't no split going on.
Okay.
January. I go on to Stephen Eggy Bombay.
I know Eggy Bum.
I sat with him for 2 hours, and I went through the literature, and I told him, okay, Stephen, bam, you take this to Brian and the committee, right? I come home that night, late that night, get another call from somewhere else, because I was supposed to meet with Brian and that Saturday. Get another call from the other faction saying, wait, Marvin, what the deal is? I said, what deal is? They say, man, so they say, Jesus, Lord, you serious?
So Vaughn come from the other side, and you thought he was with the main group.
Yeah, but the thing is, I give the two the same costume, so the two was coming with the same costume.
So that's what's happening.
So we could just merge it back in.
So boy, this you know, I'm a lover of the Junkanoo culture, and it hurts my heart to see something like this happening. I've seen groups split. I watched when Roots left Valley, they just gone and start their own group. When Family left, they just gone and start their own group. When everybody else left, they just gonna start their own group.
I hear the Bahamian people saying that. They have a legitimate reason to say that when you don't know the facts.
Okay.
The facts was the way forward didn't want to be nothing else. See, when Roots gone, Roots wanted to go.
Yeah.
When Genesis gone, they wanted to go.
Yeah.
We wanted to remain Valley Boys, but there were some issues. We wanted to sit to the table with Brian them and work out. We never wanted to leave.
Okay. But my whole thing is if you ain't happy, you pack up a Georgie bundle and go home.
Yeah, well, it looks like they're going to have to pack up their Georgie bundle and go home because the way forward owns the name and have the lease.
They can own the name, they can have the lease, that's all legal, but what happened to who does the JCNP recognize as what counts when the time to go down the boulevard?
You ain't see the JCNP invited to that meeting.
That's the minister do that.
Yeah, but you know
but
what?
He still does not, and all due respect to the minister, good brother, I love him to death. He still has no control to tell the JCNP what to do. They operate independently.
Yeah, well, if you ain't want to work with me, I could always buy you the NJC could take that too. but that ain't the point. That's not the point.
All right.
The point is, one of us coming out of there Sunday in Pampas.
Well, we can find out. We can find out. But all right.
But I will tell the nation this and I can leave. But the government is not in the business of giving taxpayers seed money to a group that is not registered and recognized by the Registrar General of the country.
But I ain't hear the government say that, so I can't say that's accurate. But anyway,
No.
I didn't hear the government say that. I did not hear the government say that, so I can't say that's facts. We can take this. I got some guests in here. We can talk to my guests in a minute, but let's take this last call. I'll call you on there.
Hey, Pearlie.
Hey, darling, what you saying?
How is your day going?
My day going super duper. I like to say super duper apple looper. Yeah.
Amen. You know, because I'm trying to figure out with Mr. Davis. Like I said yesterday, you understand? Is he just nitpicking?
I don't know. We can find out.
You're gone. You wanted to go. That's one. Right? Now here it is. You take the name. Okay, all well and good. Now the shack that they were in for years. Why couldn't you get your own? What is it with him and just nitpicking at every little thing to do with Valley Boys? Like they say, the check going to the world famous Valley Boys.
Well, you know what we can do? I got some fellas in here with me right now, right? We can ask them that question right now. How that sound?
That sounds good. I really would like to know, because if they can give it to the world famous Valley Boys, Mr. Davis and his team, they'll be participating for fun. They'll use all that money what they got on their costume for fun.
Well, he got enough.
Apparently so, because I don't like the way he's doing it. You know, it doesn't feel right. Yes, you didn't want to leave, but you took it upon yourself to leave and take members, could start a new group. How hard is that?
Just go and do it. Come up with your name and go and do it.
The name in the mud, and that's not fair at all. I've been a Valley girl my entire life.
Okay.
Right now, I'm torn because I don't like it. And if I come to Bay Street, I'm sorry, I can't support. I don't know who to support, because will they be walking around a big sign over their head?
Well, why don't you do this? Hang up, listen to what these fellas have to say, and then you can make your decision after that.
Thank you.
How does that sound?
Fine.
Okay, listeners, I've been trying to get this conversation now for over a month. I am so happy I got these gentlemen in here with me. But before I say anything, I want to get one thing straight. Pearlie is not a Valley. Pearlie is not a Saxon. Pearlie is not a Roots. Pearlie is not a Genesis. Pearlie is not a family. I am a mighty Viking. The Vikings don't exist anymore, so that makes me a neutral party when it comes to Junkanoo. And in saying all that, I would love and happy to welcome to my show Brother Cisco Cooper and Brother Patrick Adley from the world-famous Valley Boys, or who I call the 1958 Valley Boys. Gentlemen, how y'all doing?
We're doing fine. Good evening, Bahamas.
So let's do a little synopsis, and then whoever want to talk first, I can let you talk. It's this your time to give your side of the story. We've been hearing things all over the island, all over town, all of the rumor mill, all on Facebook, all through social media, that a group led by Trevor Davis and others have basically attempted, and this pearly words now, so you don't go say nobody put this in my head, and a hostile takeover of what I've known all my life as the Valley Boys, headed by Cisco, your dad, who I respected for many years, God rest his soul, and many members of the Valley Boys. Then I saw on the news, fellas come and put an eviction notice on you guys, and I heard some things that you said, Cisco, I heard some things that Trevor said, but I want you to tell the public, and whoever wants to talk first, go ahead, what's going on? That's the bottom line. What's going on?
Okay, I'll begin.
This is Brother Patrick Godley.
As it relates to what transpired day before yesterday, or yesterday, okay. You know, it's my memory's so foggy right now.
Don't worry about it. What happened? We know what happened is yesterday.
Yes, at the Claridge Road facilities is that I got a call from the Dawn Davis, a reporter from ZNet.
Yes, I know the Dawn very well.
Around about something to 4.
Okay.
And she said to me, Mr. Adley, you know, I'm LaDawn Davis from ZNS, and I would like some comments from you as it relates to what is going to happen at the Claridge Road facility at 6 o'clock. So I told her, I said, well, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
So she said, well, let me make you aware that we are understanding that the Way Forward is supposed to be serving you an eviction notice at 6 o'clock at the Claridge Road facility. And so I said, I don't know anything about this. I say, but what I will do, I will make myself available and I would meet you there at 6 o'clock. And so 6 o'clock, I proceeded to the Claridge Road facility. I'm calling the chairman the same time because none of us in management knows anything about this.
Okay.
And so when I get there, ZNS has already been there, and apparently, in hindsight, ZNS has been there from earlier in the afternoon. And so...
And other news agencies as well, right?
Well, they came afterwards, but when I reached there, ZNS was already there.
Okay.
And so I went over to LaDawn and I said, well, yes, this is Patrick Adley, and I'm just waiting to get a word from my chairman to make him aware of what is going on, and I will get back to you. A few minutes later, Herbie Bain from the Way Forward, he pulls up.
Okay.
Says to me, oh, Patrick, I'm glad that you're here. Are you going to be receiving this eviction notice on behalf of the world famous Valley Boys? And so I look at her and be like, you got to be out of your mind. What are you talking about? And like I said, things went downhill from there.
Okay.
Needless to say.
Okay.
Okay. About half an hour later, this procession came in, led by Mr. Davis, the police, and a whole slew of vehicles came into the Claridge Road facility.
Okay.
By this time, I had already made Cisco aware of what was going on, and we went to speak to the police to get an understanding of what is going on. And the inspector that came, he said that he came to serve an eviction notice to the Valley Boys. And I left Cisco because I'm between the reporters and I'm strategically placed because serving an eviction notice is one thing, but entering the Claridge Road facility, that's something different.
I know that. I know
that's something. That's a totally different ball game.
Yes.
So that's why I'm there.
Okay.
Okay. If you could serve us a notice, you could serve me the notice, but ain't no one going in there. Now, Cisco had a conversation with the police, and very nice guy. He was professional about what he was going to do, but long story short, the eviction notice, Miller's name.
And who's Denrick Miller?
Denrick Miller is one of our builders.
Okay.
Okay? And so he he asked us if Denrick Miller was here. We said, no, Denrick is not here. And so he said, well, okay, I'll wait around for a few minutes. And he waited. And then his phone rang. And he proceeded to one corner of the property on the phone, and he's doing all of this on the phone, yes, sir, and yes, sir, and yes, sir, and yes, sir. And when we looked around, he jumped in the vehicle and sped off.
So you were not evicted then?
We were not served.
You were not served. See, the world think y'all got served.
That is precisely what transpired.
Okay, so all right. Boy, this is interesting.
Yes. Now, what I will do for you, sir, I will show you. I can't show you the eviction notice, but I will show you a copy of the document.
Okay.
Of this lease they claim they got.
Okay.
You can deduce from it what you will.
In the meantime, Cisco, what's going on? What is really happening? What is and for lack of a better explanation, what is the Davis team trying to do?
Take over something they are not a part of. My father put a management team in place in 2000, and myself, Patrick, we have been a part of the management team from the inception. Chairman of the management team. He is the spokesman. That's why you hear him more than you hear anybody else. But any major decision made by the Valley Boys, we get together with the management team and we make that decision.
Exactly.
These are steps my father put in many years ago. My father, the late great Gus Cooper, has been gone 10 years now.
Yes.
You know, and it hasn't been easy. We had some good years.
Yes.
We had some bad years.
Yes.
But
that's chunking them.
Yeah. You know, you ain't giving them all.
No.
I don't care if you are perfect. Somebody can see something they don't like, and that's life.
My question here is, and in reading that letter from the Ministry of Public Service, I think that's sending a letter
Urban
to
Development.
Sending a letter to Trevor Davis. And I can put this there because I want to be clear. Sending a letter to Trevor Davis of the Valley Boys, John Canoe Group, giving him an extension to this lease. One. But a couple of days before that, the minister said, we got to settle this thing. So the two of y'all got to come down and settle. So how can the this ministry recognize him as the leader when ain't nothing settled? If you look in the eyes of the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture, and I'm just saying that. Let me finish this and I can let you get it. And see, my question is, what does registering a group in the registrar have to do with the group that registered with the JCNP? In my understanding, the controlling arm, the management arm of John Canoe.
Yes.
And they determine who goes down the boulevard.
Definitely. Yes.
And in the press conference I saw from Dion saying they're recognizing the world famous Valley Boys led by Brian that's going to be going down the boulevard. And anything else to happen in John Canoe has to happen when the season is over, which is January, February next year.
Yes.
I'm correct, right?
Definitely.
Yeah. So how is it possible that they can recognize? Are they misunderstanding what John Canoe is all about?
Yes.
And I mean, you trying to tell me the registrar general can determine who's the John Canoe group and not the JCNP or not the National John Canoe NGC? Is that correct?
No.
NJC?
No.
No. I want to show you another bit of information as it relates to NPO. And this is the document that they possess.
The nonprofit organization.
The nonprofit organization. And they purported that in having this, they now own the Valley Boys. Okay? This is the act. But I want you to go and scroll all the way down when it says exemption.
Okay.
And it lists all of the entities that are exempted from MPO.
Okay. Which is one is John Canoe.
I didn't say that. I
I'm
want
asking.
you, I want you to see it for yourself. See the last line?
Yeah. I with you. I understand.
And so the NPO certificate that they have is useless. It means nothing.
Okay.
As it relates to John Canoe.
And that's my understanding. Because see, I know the NJC run overall run, the National John Canoe Committee run John Canoe, and the New Providence John Canoe Committee, NPJC, JCNP, John Canoe Committee of New Providence is responsible for the management of John Canoe in New Providence.
In New Providence.
They run Boxing Day and they run New Year's Day.
New Year's. The NJC is responsible for John Canoe in the islands. And Junior John Canoe.
So as far as the NJC is concerned, as far as the JCNP is concerned,
yes,
the world famous Valley Boys, or who I call the 1958 Valley Boys, are the ones that are recognized to represent this group on John Canoe Day, on Boxing Day, and on New Year's Day.
Yes, and the JCNP has said that to them on many occasions.
So it sounds like this can end up in court.
You know, they threatened to do that from January.
Okay. Now, you have some people call and say this is a 2-year route. They've been trying to get y'all to sit down for 2 years. One of your designers say y'all been trying to sit down for 2 years. Y'all refused to sit down with them. Y'all refused to talk with them. Then you have them saying, "Oh, we done take the whole group from there." Who was left? I know for sure you lose a big chunk of your horn section.
Well,
but I understand you didn't really lose nothing else.
Put it this way. Valley Boys was built on discipline.
Yes.
And we're going back to that.
Okay.
We have a bunch of young, vibrant fellas right now who love John Canoe. And they will do anything for the Valley Boys. If you watch the tapes on Labor Day and Independence in Fox Hill, everybody looking at that rhythm section. The brass is growing. Donald is doing a wonderful job right now, recruiting young, vibrant men and women. And that's what we're going back to, discipline. We ain't looking for no renegades. Discipline.
My question is, we're saying Trevor. Who else? You know, and let's since they're being bold enough to want to take your group over, who all involved with this other than Trevor? Who from the former leadership, or who from the former, I don't want to say leadership, who's former part of the Valley Boys are moving and backing Trevor and pushing this? I see in another paper, former Prime Minister Christie said he's been trying to get y'all together. Who else pushing this split, I'm calling it?
Before we get there, see, every time we get close to sitting down, something like yesterday happens.
Okay.
So what that telling you?
They don't want to sit down.
Thank you very much.
But my understanding, and listening to you, Patrick, you get a phone call from LaDon Davis at 4 o'clock to say at 6 o'clock you get an eviction notice. So it's quite obviously these guys had the eviction notice a little while before 4 o'clock. Wouldn't it have made sense to pick up the phone and call Brian and call y'all and say, "Hey, we have an eviction notice here.
No,
this is what's going to happen."
No, that was planned
and
on their behalf.
So it was more to get publicity.
Yes.
And I mean, you know, I'm here specifically to speak about the Claridge Road facility.
Fair enough.
Because you see, the Claridge Road facility is a very, very dear to the Valley Boys. Because that building, the large shop, is the entires of Valley Boys members, both past and present.
Yes.
Okay? And when that building was completed, well, let's go back to while that building was being constructed. The Valley Boys took many blows while that building was being built. Members, each of them, and some of them, you know, they could go there and they could actually put their finger on the blocks what they bought. These 4 or 5 here, these my blocks.
I got you.
Okay? the lease to that land is still in Gus Cooper's name.
So how come they put in somebody else's name? Did they do the homework?
Listen to me.
Under the table.
I'm telling you the facts.
Yeah, I'm asking, and I want the facts.
It is a 100-year lease.
Okay.
I don't know this paper what they claim they have. Okay? Governments don't operate that way. They purported that the lease was unpaid for 14 years. If you have a 100-year lease, that is not uncommon in this country.
Okay.
That is not uncommon. But there is a process. Even if the government was going to revoke the lease, there is a process that the government goes through.
They should be speaking to Brian or the management team and putting the process and giving you X amount of time to do this, X amount of time to do that before anything can happen.
And you know what is the critical thing? It doesn't come from that ministry if that process had begun.
Okay.
It don't come from that ministry. That ministry is responsible for governmental buildings, government-owned buildings. That's a private property. That's a private lease.
So that lease is not with the government. I got you.
The letter that they have, that lease falls out of the purview of that ministry.
Okay.
Okay? See, that property is shared property. The Valley Boys own the northern side. The government own the southern side.
Okay.
The road that they drive on in there, Roads and Parks was there for years. That was a swamp. Every time it rained, our shacks used to flood and all that. Roads and Parks couldn't get that paved. You know who got it paved?
The Valley Boys.
The Valley Boys got it paved. I went to see the now Prime Minister, who was the Deputy Prime Minister at Ministry of Works.
Minister of Works, yeah.
And that's when that was paved, on behalf of the Valley Boys.
Let's take this caller. I got one question now. I'm here. This caller got to say. Caller, you on there?
What's happening again, Billy?
Yes, sir.
Patrick.
Now, listen. One thing I saying now, I getting facts, I ain't getting route. I have no route.
No, you ain't gonna get around because
Okay.
Patrick and Cisco, they my little brothers. But
Okay.
I gotta keep your record. Straight. As a matter of fact, Patrick was the one who gave me all my question last year.
Okay.
Last Boxing Day.
Okay.
So it ain't no row between them. But what they need to do is really answer your questions. But they ain't really answered none of your questions yet. And Cisco, by his own admission, my other brother, by his own admission just now, said that Gus turned the group over to him and Brian them as if it was a family thing.
No, I ain't
over to the management team.
He said the management team, but the management team ain't just the Cooper families, others.
Yes, from way back when.
Okay.
From way back when. I listening, you know.
Okay, I want you to listen.
That was the problem. We wanted to sit down with them to discuss. See, they make.
So let me ask you this question. So if you had an eviction notice from early in the day, why you just didn't bring it to them? Why you made them do a whole stunt with the media and the show and stuff like that? See, I got a problem. I personally have a problem with something like that.
Find out clearly why the eviction notice or why I get like that. Neglect for 14 years. Neglect. See, don't let these brothers, my brothers, them get
They ain't running away from 14 years, you know. But they also saying there's a 100-year lease in the name of someone else.
Patrick is saying Valley Boys. So what am I, Patrick?
You're a Valley Boy. Stop it.
Okay then.
Yes.
Okay. We are all Valley Boys.
Yes. And I said that Valley Boys built the building. Did I not say that, Pearlie?
Yeah, but you're saying it as you giving the public impression that one side of is one side of the Valley Boys.
No,
I can't let you. I can't, GNN. I can't let you do that. That ain't right. I ain't get. See, I know you have personal views on how you feel, but I can be fair and honest. And that's why I said at the beginning, I know Valley Boy, because I want to be very clear that I'm trying to get as Pearlie the independent review. Because I did serve as the IRC, the Independent Review Committee, so I'm being an independent review here to understand what's going on.
I know.
All right, I try to be independent. And so I'm asking these questions because I want to be I want to be fair and fair to everybody. And I've been asking and been trying to get you guys to come and talk to me to hear, because I'm only hearing what the other guys are saying, because they're very much in the public, and you guys have been very quiet. So I just want to know from your lips to my ear and from your lips to all my listeners' ears exactly what's going on there. So far as I know, in reference to the quote-unquote eviction, that it was given into the wrong name, the person's wrong name is on the eviction notice. Am I correct?
Correct.
The lease is a 100-year lease in the name of Gus Cooper. You have a management team that runs it. These guys are trying to go through the court system or the registrar system to take control of the company, while the act says Junkanoo is exempted from the NPO. Am I correct so far in what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yes.
And the final thing is the JCNP, the Junkanoo Committee of New Providence, has indicated that they're recognizing the fraction led by Brian this year in Junkanoo, and whatever else happens after that has to happen into the new season.
Mm-hmm. And you know,
and the new season is after New Year's Day Junkanoo.
And you know, and let me add here, right? See, the JCNP is not recognizing Brian Adley and Brian Adley led faction of the Valley Boys because they love him.
No, they're being okay. Fair enough.
They are doing it because Brian Adley's faction of the Valley Boys has the requisite legal documents to say they are who they are. See, in order to collect seed funding, you need a business license, you need a tax compliance certificate.
So see, this ain't being said. So come Sunday when you'll meet with the minister, you'll present these to the minister.
The minister already have these in hand, Pearlie.
Okay. So why is he calling this meeting? Why is he holding back your money? Why is he holding this? What's going on? And you know, I gonna slip this in here, right? Because on this show, we call a spade a spade. I know who Trevor Brother is.
Yeah, we all do.
All right, and to me, it ain't smelling too right with me now. Or in the words that I know what my good friend Pintard likes to say, the math ain't mathin'.
You know, the minister has all good intentions.
And I'm sure he does. And I'm no disrespect to him. I'm sure he does.
The minister has all good intentions.
He wants to see Junkanoo do well.
Yes. And he's acting on others' behalf who...
Because he did say, after advice from the Attorney General...
Yes.
Let you catch yourself. Take this call. I'll call you on there.
Hey, Pearlie,
Hey,
again.
what's up?
You know, I appreciate the guys, you know, and I understand their explanation, and I'm with them. However, you saying that the good minister has good intentions, Pearlie.
Patrick said that now. Patrick said that.
I beg to differ. I'm sorry. You know, I'm not going to say anything negative about him, but I beg to differ because I feel like he go to the JCN, the Junkanoo Committee people. And if they say that the world famous Valley Boys are the Valley Boys, then that is the Valley Boys. The rest of them then need to wait and come out and rush next to the what is that group name? The Pigs or the Colors or somebody else.
The Sting.
Start from the bottom and come up. This is why I keep saying, why take the name? Why? Because you and register it.
See, this one thing I believe about Junkanoo, and I say this as I always say this as a joke. You have to be 250 points better than the Valley or Saxons to win Junkanoo. So if you going on Bay Street with a name called the Blah Blah Rush Junkanoo Group, you done 250 points in behind. So they want to keep the good name of the Valley Boys so that they know that the recognition is there. Yeah. That's the bottom line.
In other words, in my mind, now my words, just me.
Yes, your words.
You and this goes to the Davis-led fraction, right? You're not man enough to build your own name, son. You ain't man enough to stand up for Wally, because Wally is Wally in your belly all day.
Sweetie, say that again.
Wally in your belly all day. You ain't man enough to make your own name. Get up, make your own name, son. Leave my group alone.
Listen, I know I'm supposed to keep you until 5. Because you're late, we can go 10 minutes over 5 and talk a little more. We can take a break right now for the news. You get Cuban Billy coming up. I know I got some texts reading. I can read one text quick. The Valley Boys rushing for 66 years and receiving funding. And it's only took now for Trevor them to say the group wasn't registered. That makes no sense. We're going to take our break. When we come back, we're going to talk to these two brothers for a few more minutes. Because I got some football I got to talk after this break, but we can talk. This too hot to go right now. We'll be right back. This is Pearly Talking Heads Thursday on Guardian Ready 96.9 FM. Hold firm.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, creating one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast, providing more of what you need. More locations, more specialists means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs. More advancements means more treatment options. And more options means more hope. Learn more at cancercenter.com.
KFC Bucket Meals, now with large sides. Make your wallet happier with a KFC Family Bucket featuring 8 pieces of juicy chicken, family fries, and 4 biscuits that feeds 4. A KFC Deluxe Bucket with 10 pieces of delicious chicken, 2 larger sides, and 4 biscuits that feeds 4 to 6. Or a KFC Party Bucket with 15 pieces of our chicken, 3 larger sides, and 6 biscuits that feeds 6. And we'll handle the dishes, plates and utensils included, so you can lick your fingers in peace. KFC knows value, and it's finger-licking good.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. You will find what you're looking for among the growing collection of classic and trendy styles with new arrivals every week. John's covers the whole family and has great prices, helpful and friendly customer service. Your experience shopping with us will be time well spent. Shop with us online at www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances, so come on into John's, located on Rosetta Street in Palmdale and Carmichael Road West. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
When you jump in your Japanese import and you turn the radio on, all you hear is... For the month of September, the Hit Spot will install a band extender in your Japanese import for the discounted rate of only $79.99, VAT included. Get your band expander installed today at the Hit Spot and listen to
Star 106.5.
Plus, get fresh news and smart talk on
Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
All I do is win, no matter what.
Feeling lucky? Here's Cuban Willie's numerology report.
Wepa, soy Joe Cuban Willie, and it's Thursday, and it's time for the Phobos, the Cuatro Pelotas. And your Phobos today, 7141-7141. 7141, that's your Phobos for today. Play it and win with the Island Games. Stay winning, my friend.
We're gonna give you a check every week for a year. Percy's Pension Plan, Island Game, keep you winning. Percy's Pension Plan, dream big, we will help you live it. Percy's Pension Plan, Island Game, we got you. Percy's Pension Plan, from the friends you can trust. If winning is a must, go play the game you know, cause your best chance is with us. The most trustworthy name is Percy's Island Game, so put 20 on your net. Percy's Island Game.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty, hosted by Earl the Pearl. On Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
Talking Heads with Naughty is brought to you by Burger King, the Cancer Treatment Centers of America, the Cleveland Clinic, Eddie Minnis Live, ESC Distributors Limited, Fine Threads, KFC, Naughty Johnny's, Percy's Island Games, Prince Masters, and Tropical Gyros.
We're back. See what y'all hearing? You see what y'all listening to? This is what it's all about. That music there. This the culture we about. We ain't about fighting. So let me just read these quick texts and then we can let our brothers wrap up. Because, you know, Naughty sitting there to put him out. They couldn't let him come in here. Couldn't let no Saxon get in this conversation. Because he only can try to throw loose blowers. Can you ask your guests why an election wasn't called for the control of the group? It appears it's about who the members want to lead. Seems as if it's about leadership. I can let you answer that question. Who owns the shack property? He said that it's a 100-year lease. If I'm going to bet it's the Valley members who allowed them to use the shack for free. Now, you can't be manager for life. Okay, fair enough. The Way Forward said they put a proposal on the table and haven't heard back from the original Valley Boys. The Way Forward sounds like they want to talk. Is the original Valley Boys willing to talk? Why didn't the world-famous Valley Boys register the group? Why didn't they renew lease for the shack? Next question. Why are you blocking Sparky from calling a Valley Boys show? I'm blocking Sparky. Sparky sometimes don't know what to say, and he's run on, and he's caused problems, and he say the wrong thing, and he called Naughty the wrong way the other day.
No, allow me, and I get out right now. See, listen. You know, I love to do, afternoon, we come in to talk football in a second, and good afternoon, my Valley brethren. You know, on other circumstances,
Yeah, for Naughty, no talks and
I would
talk.
give you the business, but I support your cause, so I can go, you know, keep my lip zip. But Sparky, you called me stupid the other day. Now I showing you how stupid I really am. I'm giving you my best hee-haw impersonation. Bye-bye now.
That's it?
Now you see how stupid I am.
That's it? Okay. Well, Naughty answered that for you. Gentlemen. And I guess in the meeting, everything will be laid out on the table. And I know you said the minister has certain documents in hand, but everything will be laid on the table. And hopefully after Sunday, all this will be clarified. If those young men say, okay, we all control, we still want to be a part of the group, will you bring them back home? Will you extend? Let me use the words of with ZNS asked Mr. Dr. Minnis. Will you extend the olive branch?
That question will be passed on to the management team.
Okay.
For discussion. I will not make that decision. Patrick wouldn't make that decision.
The team will make the decision.
Make that decision.
Okay. What can we expect from the Valley Boys come Boxing Day?
Boss, I've been in the shack for the last 4 months.
Okay.
Whilst they were talking, I've been working.
Okay.
And I'm very confident in the two brigades. And you're going to see something new from the Valley with Guskable colors.
Interesting. And I know it's blasphemy to ask what your team is, so I can keep them out shut. I can wait till you get an hour. We keep the hour. I keep pick them numbers to find out what you're all about.
He said you got to ask Mommy tomorrow.
But I thank you for coming, and I know some things because of what's going on. You can't say everything right now, but I look forward to having you come back to bring some clarity to some things that you cannot talk about because of what you're doing, what you're going through. And I just hope that this all works out in the name of Junkanoo. Go ahead, Patrick.
Yeah, I just wanted to apologize to the general public, to our fans and supporters for all of this that has transpired, in the public domain. That once again, this is not our style, and we're very, very disappointed that it had to come down to this level. Groups have disagreement. It doesn't have to come to this, and that fiasco that happened at Claridge Road, it was an act of war. You understand what I'm saying?
I got you.
And you say that we are Valley Boys. Why should Valley Boys come to war?
With each other.
Each other. It's a civil war. Come on, man.
You're supposed to be warring with the Saxons.
That's the enemy over there.
And Roots and family and Genesis.
How Brian and Cisco and Egibum and Patrick become the enemy? We're not the enemy. Even if we have a disagreement, if you has decided that, look here, and this is what this is all about. You decided that you want to form your own group. Many have done it.
Yes.
Genesis just did it.
Yes.
One Family did it.
Yes.
Roots did it.
Yes.
The Prodigals did it.
The Force. I ain't forget the Force.
But they came back.
Yeah, they did come back. Yes, they did come back.
That's why I listened. Premier dancers, they came back.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Yeah.
And I could, but what I'm saying is, do the honorable thing, man. Do the honorable thing.
Just resigning.
Find your name, register with the JCNP, and we could, guess what? We could go back to war, on Bay Street.
Yes, and that's where it should be, on Bay Street.
It's only that one day war.
Yeah.
But they want to make war 365 days a year.
Well, I do. I mean, I thank you for taking time to come to see me. I really do appreciate this. I hope that this is worked out. I hope that this is resolved, not for the sake of the Valley Boys so much as for the sake of Junkanoo. So I thank you so much for coming, gentlemen. And we'll talk again next week. I hope you can come back and tell us what happened. In the words of GNN, who can be wearing the Pampers? Thank you so much, gentlemen. This is Pearly. Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM, Talking Heads. When we get back off the break, we talking sports. We'll be right back.
All right, now I gotta go set up for.
We're gonna give you a check every week for a year. Percy's Pension Plan, Island Game, keep you winning. Percy's Pension Plan, dream big, we will help you live it. Percy's Pension Plan, Island Game, we got you. Percy's Pension Plan, from the friends you can trust. If winning is a must, go play the game you know, cause your best chance is with us. The most trustworthy name is Percy's Island Game. So put 20 on your account and ride this easy train at Percy's Island Game.
of America is now City of Hope, creating one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast, providing more of what you need. More locations means more care closer to home. More specialists means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs. More advancements means more treatment options. And more options means more hope. Learn more at cancercenter.com.
Why can't treat day be every day? Get the new KFC Value Box for only $9.95, packed with one piece of your favorite fried chicken, cheesy mashed potatoes, 3 100% real white meat nuggets, a buttery biscuit, a delicious dessert biscuit, and an ice-cold 16-ounce soda. Name a crunchier deal. You can't. Order your new favorite deal online with Messenger or WhatsApp Hi to 557-3663 to start your KFC order today. KFC knows value, and it's finger-licking good.
Bahamas, are you ready? Keep the vibe alive. Music group, along with Alpha Sounds, presents the best of the best. Rake and Scrape Explosion Reloaded. This is the biggest one-day all-Bahamian concert of the year. Featuring KB, D-Mac, Abby, Mama D, Fan Shaw, Shine 242, The Falcons, and more. Mark your calendars. It's going down over this ground. Tickets now available at BahamasEtickets.com. Or both Beauty Shack locations. General admission $60. VIP, Skybox, and Sky Ponds also available. For more info, call 394-0819 or email keepthevibealive242@gmail.com. Experience the magic once again with more legends for one night only. Come party with us November 2nd at Best of the Best. Rake and Scrape Explosion Reloaded. Rescue me.
Love the show? Want to give your support? Become 2300 for our rates and packages. That's 302-2300. Become a sponsor on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty, hosted by Earl the Pearl. On Guardian Radio 96.9 FM.
And I shine for all. But I am some people world, yet never shine at all. These rows of flames are catching a fire. Showed you I love you, you call me a liar. Oh no, 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 no. Baby, tell me where you gone. I've been feeling for your love so long.
And we're back. Wow. I have to apologize for those of you who tried to get a call in. I did take it over the time to clean up a little bit. And I know some of you wanted to get your words in, but perhaps tomorrow in his wrap-up, we'll have a little more conversation about it. And he would allow you to have something to say. But I wanted to read one last text. I had to read this last text. It's not that simple. There's no mandatory requirement for Junkanoo groups to register as NPO. Junkanoo groups are excluded from the law from NPO registration. Further, one party cannot wake up one morning purported to register an existing entity as an NPO and claim management of same. There is historical context that is missing in all of this discussion. The registration by the way forward is void al bienito. I had to read that. but we can get right into it. Naughty, it's so good to see you today. I feel different because I sit in your chair and you sit in my chair.
Yeah, man, it's comfy on this side, too.
Yeah,
You know?
you like that, eh? But let's
Yeah,
get
man.
right in because, Jeff, let's get right into today's sports history. Today is brought to you by
Naughty Johnny's. Well-weathered trip out there to the Old Fort Shopping Plaza Monday through Friday. Great for lunch and dinner. Then on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, great for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Breakfast starting at 9 a.m. Don't forget happy hour every Wednesday and every Friday at Naughty Johnny's, 5 to 7 p.m. too. Great highball specials and, great, food specials as well. So go
Great
check them
food,
out.
Great food. Today is Thursday, September 5th, 2024. Today in sports history, in 1901, the National Association of Professional Baseball Leagues was the first organized baseball league. In 1906, Brandon Barry Robinson of St. Louis University was recognized as throwing the first forward pass in football history. In 1940, Babe Ruth hit the first home run as a professional player in the International League. In 1980, Babe Ruth, Boston Red Sox, threw a six-hitter in the opening game of the World Series. In 1920, Bill Tilden won the first of 7 U.S. Open men's singles crowns. In 1955, Don Newcomb, Brooklyn Dodgers, hit his 70th home run of his seventh home run of the season. I lost my view. The feat set a National League record for home runs by a pitcher. In 1906, in 1960, Cassius Clay, now known as Muhammad Ali, won the gold medal in the light heavyweight boxing of the Olympic Games in Rome, Italy. Clay later changed his name to Muhammad Ali.
Or as Howard Cosell would say, Muhammad Ali.
In 1971, J.R. Richard of the Houston Astros tied Carl Spanon's record when he struck out 15 batters in his Major League Baseball debut.
James Rodney Richards.
Yeah, and his career ended a little too early.
Had a stroke at a young age.
Yeah. 1972, Arab guerrillas, the Black September movement, attacked the Israeli delegation of the Munich Olympic Games. 11 members of the Israeli Olympic team, 5 guerrillas, and a police officer were killed in the siege. I remember that was a sad
Jim
thing.
McKay covered that on Wild World of Sports, man.
he did
Started
great.
off as a sports reporter and then went straight into the news.
Yeah, sure did. In 1975, in New York, Martina Navratilova appeared in the U.S. Immigration and the Naturalization Service Office and asked to become
asylum.
political assignment. In the first national weekly magazine to use 4-color process illustration on every page. In 1987, John McEnroe was fined $17,500 and suspended for 2 months for his behavior during a match in...
You gotta be kidding me!
Yeah.
You gotta be kidding me!
He carried on. He was a brat.
That was the famous you gotta be kidding me, because then the bleep bleep bleeps came after that.
Yeah, he was rough. In
Hey, but McEnroe was a bad dude, you know.
It was a good golfer, a good tennis player too.
Heck yeah. Him and Bjorn Borg had some battles.
Yeah, and Chris Everett husband, Jimmy Connors.
Jimmy Connors, yeah.
1989, speaking of Chris Everett, retired from professional tennis after a 19-year career. In 1997, the Fox Group announced a deal to purchase the Los Angeles Dodgers. In 1998, Mark McGwire, St. Louis, hit his 60th home run of the season, the home run that tied McGwire with Babe Ruth.
But wasn't that the whole Juice era right there?
Yeah, that was the Juice era.
The Juice gang?
Yeah, and talking about Juice, in 1998, Sammy Sosa, Chicago Cubs, hit his 58 home run of the season.
Well, Sammy has multiple chemicals. He's juice and bleach now.
He's white now.
Yeah, he's
a white guy now.
He's
I didn't think it could happen.
I mean, he went from being like a dark-skinned Dominican to a white-skinned Spaniard. That's how much he bleached.
In 1999, the Cincinnati Reds set a Major League team record for home runs in 2 consecutive games. The team hit 14 home runs over the 2 games at Veterans Stadium. In 2001, the New York Islanders signed Alexio Yashin to a 10-year, $90 million contract. It was the biggest deal in NHL history. And finally, in 2002, in New York, the NFL held a concert to celebrate its season opener. Sorry, let me start this over. In 2002, the New York, to celebrate the season opener Eve, Alicia Keys, Bon Jovi, Enrique Iglesias, NSYNC, Joey Fatone performed. The event...
Joey Fatone.
Fatone, that's how you pronounce it. Fatone.
Yeah, and really...
Oh, that's Backstreet Boys.
You got to stress the Fatone nowadays because he's really big. So it's Joey Fatone.
The event preceded the rare Thursday night opener between the New York Giants and the San Francisco 49ers. Speaking of openers, we got one today. Sports quote of the day. My wife said, "They shouldn't disappoint you. You weren't my first choice either." Dave Bliss, while accepting the basketball coaching job in New Mexico after Bobby Knight had been offered the job. So Bobby Knight was the first choice. So his wife tell him, "Don't be mad. I don't want you first either." So Naughty.
I don't know how you should take that.
I don't know how to take it. I would have probably asked her, like, "Hey, let's talk about how we're going home. Let's get right into the home court." VJ set to play in the Bahamas. Edgecombe and Baylor Bears to play in the Bahama Hoops. That should be nice.
That'll be solid.
But people, if you get a chance to go see that, this kid is the real deal.
Real deal.
He's going to be on
one
that
and done.
set. Johnny Challenge returns with exciting city course. Champions crown at Clay Court Championship. That's it.
I got some other things going on, Logan, but I'm doing my due diligence.
You're chilling. You're chilling.
No, I ain't chilling. Trust me. I'm just trying to say Musa right now.
Oh, tell time to say something.
I doing some due diligence, but yeah. We just leave it like that.
Yeah, you ain't gonna say it?
It's for the betterment.
I can't nudge you to say nothing.
I'll just put it like this.
Just a little hint.
Betterment of youth sports throughout the nation.
Oh, Father in heavens, I'm going down. But it'll come out eventually, I'm sure.
Oh, of course.
Who's in and who's out?
Well, we got to say, ironically, who's in and who's out, all brought to you, of course, by Tropical Gyros. And, of course, the home court brought to you, of course, by Burger King Nassau.
I think I gave me a solid today.
Slide into the who's in and who's out, brought to you by Tropical Gyros. And it's all about the flagship store location on Mackey Street, open until 6. R&D Plaza in the West, open until 8. And over there, and Prince Charles as well, open until 8 in Grand Bahama.
That's my new spot. The Prince Charles one is my new spot.
And big up to the crew over there in Grand Bahama. They're doing big things with the Island Deck. Every Sunday they got football, all weekend long. You got the football over there Thursday through Sunday at Tropical Gyros and the Island Deck doing big things.
I'm so proud of my schoolmate.
Bigger.
So Chef Coleman and I went to Xavier's. I'm so proud of the ANZAC. I'm so proud.
I went to Xavier's too now, before I transitioned to St. Andrews. But
St. Andrews.
Yeah, I had a good grounding in
You
Xavier's.
left the Cactus School on the beach to go to the...
Well, when they call and they say, boy, this little fella, he's fast in the swimming pool. Let's get him up on the Eastern Road and get him in the CBs and get him in the St. Andrews.
I think he said his brother, Nick Moscow, said he was a swimmer along with you. I think he said he was a couple of years ahead of you.
Nico Moscow?
Nico, yes.
Yeah, Nico, he and set with my cousin Jimmy and Ray. But he used to swim.
And he was pretty good, I understand.
Yeah, not as good as me, but he's pretty decent.
I know you was going to say that. I told him you were going to say that.
I got the trophies to prove it, brother.
He said you got a lot of high point trophies.
Yeah, man, I had my little, 6 or 7 in a row.
Oh, okay.
Which if you look at it in like 6 or 7 in a row in today's sports, you call that a dynasty.
But you're not built like a swimmer.
Why do you think I look the way I look to this day? It's because I swam early.
Okay.
I'll notice I don't have no iron chic pot belly like some of y'all.
Well, I didn't swim.
You ran track.
No, I actually didn't. I shot put and discus.
Then you look perfect for shot put. You look good for shot put.
I did actually soccer. I was.
You had a goalie?
Yeah. The first time soccer ever beat St. Andrews was when I was in goal.
Well, I could tell you. I mean, that's good to know. I mean, speaking of, SAC beating St. Andrews and St. Andrews beating SAC, I was part of that undefeated, under 13 boys undefeated team that beat up on SAC too in the finals.
Under 13?
Under 13.
The 7th, 8th graders.
It was under 13, under 15.
7th, 8th graders.
Under 15 we won as well too, but we weren't undefeated. We took one out.
Okay.
But that was to the prestigious LW Young Golden Eagles.
You know something? And before we get right into what
they play good soccer.
But you threw me this. But I was telling people yesterday, when we were in school, it wasn't government school and private schools. It was just schools.
Schools.
And, in our league, we had SAC, St. Andrews, C.I. Gibson, S.C. McPherson. You had QC. You had St. Anne's. And then in other division was the schools out there, the schools out west. C.C. Sweeting, St. John's, schools like that. We didn't look at, he went to private school. He went to public school. He went to SAC. He went to CC.
Yeah, they got into that in my generation. They got into that. He went to private school. They can't do it. They went to private school. Tell you prove it, and they'd be like, well, hey, I didn't. Yeah, but now you know.
Yeah.
Scoreboard.
Okay. So today is the day, Naughty.
Yeah, now here, Tuesday News Out. Perfect segue.
Yes.
We got somebody returning to the show. Glad to have him back just in time for football.
He's in.
And he promised he'll stay through the hockey for you this year, too. So
I needed you so bad.
You know, my fellow, in therapy, Dallas Cowboy fan, but sports aficionado in his own right, knows a lot of sports across the board, always got a candid and good opinion and a good take. Want to welcome my good friend Clint Johnson back to the show, man. Clint, welcome back to the crew, man.
The prodigal son has returned.
Yeah, well, thank you for having me, guys. I've missed you all. It's been a minute, but I'm back and ready to roll.
Hey, so good to hear your voice, my brother. So good. We're going to kill the fatted calf just for you.
But anyway, we'll be during football season then. Man, come on, man. Anyhow, but yeah, glad to have you back and just in time for football. Clint, Clinton, a big best time of the year, like I always say, in my opinion, when you start the NFL season, man, it is the best time of year. Great, for sports in general, and great to watch in the whole cycle that is football and the games Thursday through Monday and fantasy football and the betting sheets and the parlays and all of that good stuff. So I definitely, I'm excited. I don't know how you guys feel, but it's been long enough. Let there be football.
Oh yeah. And I said it yesterday as to be facetious, but I think my Dolphins can have a good year this year. I didn't say Super Bowl. Don't put me out there. I didn't say Super Bowl. I have a feeling we may do better than your team, Clint.
Well, everyone's entitled to their own feeling, but you guys got a tough division. The AFC, you got to go through Kansas City. That's tough.
Baltimore.
I think tonight's game is an actual preview of what could potentially be the AFC Championship game. Kansas City and Baltimore. I think this could be the AFC Championship game.
Well, for that to happen, they'll have to finish 1 and 2 in terms of the seeding in order to play each other. If one of them finished third or something like that, they'll end up playing other teams like the Dolphins. Or
just any chance to throw them in there.
You're right.
Hey.
It hasn't even kicked off game 1 yet, Burley. Calm down, man. You're in mid-season form.
That's all right. After Jacksonville, we won't hear that word for a little while.
Oh, my goodness. You really going to go there?
Well, we'll go there tomorrow because we'll do all the picks tomorrow.
But today's the
on
kickoff.
Kansas City and Baltimore with the kickoff tonight. But don't forget, Clint will be here on Thursdays for the Thursday game and for Friday for all of the Friday games as well. And speaking of the games, before we get into this, got to remind you, man, the Island Game is doing it big time. It's the Island Game Takedown. Play on their sportsbook, making a $20 bet, single ticket or parlay, and be entered to win with 4 drawings. Now, remember, the drawing in September wins you $2,000. October is going to win you $3,000. November is going to win you $5,000. And December's drawing is the grand prize that wins a trip for 2 all expense paid to the NFL New Orleans in February.
Nolans. You don't say
Nolans.
Nolans.
Down on the bayou, New Orleans, down in NOLA.
Yeah.
All right? Now, if you aren't, into the sports betting, that's fine. You have friends that do. So simply log on to www.theislandgame.com. Log on, get yourself your account lined up. Once you verify, they're going to put some bonus bucks on your account for signing up with the sports book. And you listen to me and Pearlie and Clint, and we'll get you squared up with the best parlays we can, courtesy of the Island Game. All right, but be sure to take advantage of that because you got a chance at $2,000 in September, $3,000 in October, $5,000 in November, and a trip to the Super Bowl in December. It's the Island Game Takedown, NFL Takedown, and it's going down, kicking off tonight, all right? So get to your favorite www.islandgame.com or Island Game location.
How it works is you pick a different team every week.
No.
No, you can't pick. How?
You sign up.
No, in terms of the picking.
These drawings are random. Once you have an account number, they're going to draw.
Okay.
So once you sign up, once you got that account, boom, play your parlays, win, have fun. But also note, when you sign up, they're going to draw you. You got a shot at $2,000 for September, $3,000 for October, $5,000 for November, and a trip to the Super Bowl in December, all for just signing up.
And that $2,000 can pay for my trip to the game in October.
There you go.
We got the opener today, and there's so much football to watch. You got NFL tonight, NFL tomorrow night. You got a big game with Texas and Michigan on Saturday. Then you got a big games on Sunday, and then Monday some more football. So you don't have to come out your house after tonight. I told my girlfriend, don't call me after 8 o'clock on Thursday. Tomorrow, don't call me after 8 o'clock. Sunday, don't call me after 1 o'clock. And Monday, don't call me after 7 o'clock. So that's it, because football, and I'm going to be a couch potato. I'm going to watch all the games and suck it all in. What do you say, Clint?
Yeah, man, absolutely. I'm on the same page. I told my kids only call me in an emergency.
Yep.
Otherwise, Daddy's watching TV.
That's how it is.
Well, it starts tonight, and I think it's a good game to start. But like I said, it could be a preview.
Of the AFC Championship.
AFC Championship game, and a lot of people. I mean, as you go in, Kansas City 3-point favorite, as they should be. They're at home. They're the defending champs. If you're a betting person, that Baltimore +3 looks good. But I will say this. I'm very cautious about this game. 3 things that I'm trepidatious about. They're playing in Kansas City, number 1. Number 2, you don't know what Pat going to pull out of his bag of tricks.
And behind
3,
the back pass.
And 3, Andy Reid is 27-4 when he has 2 weeks or more to prepare for an opponent. He's had 2 weeks to prepare. We had this conversation a couple of years ago when they came out, and I said, look, you had 2 weeks to prepare. They're going to win this game.
But the difference with this 2 weeks prepare stuff is that I guess they know who the starting quarterback for Baltimore would be, but we didn't totally have all the depth chart, who would make the team, who you're looking for, who's not injured, and all that stuff. So technically, he really didn't have 2 weeks like that to prepare for this particular team.
I think Andy's going to have a good enough game plan tonight to be effective. I think Baltimore, typically, under Harbaugh, they do start a little bit slow. And if Kansas City could show some wrinkles with the offense, and get that balance with Pacheco and Mahomes, Pacheco running, Mahomes passing, they have a good defense. They know what they're going to have to do, try to contain Lamar Jackson. So that's going to be the hard part.
And you got to remember, there's a lot of new pieces there in Baltimore. Like Derrick Henry's just coming in, so he's he's just the king for a reason. He's always been able to run the rock well, but he's under a new offense. He's never had a running quarterback with him, not that I can recall of.
And they got to make adjustments with Zay Flowers, who I think is going to have a big year in Baltimore. Yeah. But obviously, that's the number 1.
Mark Andrews is also coming off an injury, so there's a lot of
and the defense lost some pieces too. So
let me ask you this, Clint.
I don't think that Harbaugh won't have them ready, by the end of the season to be that contender. But right now, if there's a team that's got some flaws, more glaring than the other, it is Baltimore compared to Kansas City.
Let me say this, because you turn on ESPN, you turn on Yahoo Sports, you go to Bleacher Report, you listen to any football pundit, any sports announcer, they've all but given Kansas. Could this be? And I can't remember the right word I want to use for it, but could this be? You're putting the cart before the horse.
Well, I'll say this right now:
a snake bit there.
If Travis Kelce gets Taylor Swift pregnant, they're gonna three-peat. Let me say that now, ahead of time. Now we can go back to all seriousness.
Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of us watch Good Morning Football, and today was the day where they did their picks for who was going to win the Super Bowl. And Peter Schrager, he's been spot on picking teams for like the last 6 years. And once again, he's going with Kansas City to win it all. And he says it's no longer called a three-peat. That term has been used up. It's now called the Chief-peat. So he's on board with Kansas City and Mahomes and all them to win it all again.
But it isn't and I say this a lot. It's not necessarily the best team that wins. It's the healthiest team that wins. And Kansas City has been fortunate enough to stay healthy for the last 2 years. Can their luck run out this year?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say they've been healthy. They've had a lot of running back injuries, wide receiver injuries. They keep bringing in like Sammy Watkins, and all kind of old players just to fill for a few weeks. Now they got some good rookies. Rice is in the second year, and Xavier is just the fastest combine 40-yard.
Okay.
I think Rice is going to be somebody who is going to get volume shares as far as receptions go. Kelsey's going to be Kelsey. Pacheco out of the backfield. I think they're going to have components to that offense that are going to allow them to do what they want to do. I don't know if they'll be flawless tonight. Obviously, it's the first game of the season. We're going to see some mistakes, but I think moving forward, Kansas City is in position, and especially their wide receiver room. I think the demise of their wide receiver room is much over. Drew Smith-Schuster re-signed with them. He won a Super Bowl with them. The chemistry is there with Mahomes. Rice is got great chemistry with Mahomes and catches the ball. Kelsey, and like you say, Xavier Worthy, I think is the key right there. If he comes in and does anything remotely close to what he did at Texas, Mahomes got his field stretcher. Now, Houston, we have a problem.
Yeah, I mean, in preseason, what did he catch? 2 passes. One was a 43-yarder on the sideline. The next was a touchdown. They're like, yeah, all right, you're good enough to play with us. Go sit down. We'll wait for the regular season.
And he's blazing. I mean, that's that. He's got ridiculous speed, like ridiculous.
He set the record at the combine for the 40-yard dash.
It was 4.32 or something, 4.31, something like that.
Yeah, I don't remember the exact. I thought it might have been 4.29 somewhere. I don't remember. Anyhow, he set the record.
Yeah, he's fast.
He's very fast, and what you have to look at across the board is that, he's one of those guys with the opportunity to actually blend that speed with hands. We've seen some kids come in that have been blazing but had no hands. This guy got hands, especially for those deep routes.
Yeah,
he's adept at catching those kind of balls. So that right there in itself, to me, is right up Mahomes' alley. There's something that's going to happen there.
Clint, you said that Derrick Henry has not played with a running quarterback in his career. Could that be a bad thing with the defense or a good thing where the defense has to say who's going to run? Is it going to be Henry? Is it going to be Lamar? Is it going to be Henry? Is it going to be Lamar? Which will cause them to have to adjust themselves and could be an advantage for him.
Well, yeah, of course, because now you have to look out for Lamar just faking it off and doing a bootleg. So it could be an advantage for them, absolutely. But what I'm saying is going to limit his touches. So, for a fantasy point, which I always look at, it's not going to be near as what he used to have. They may also hand the rock off to him plenty because they don't want Lamar taking a bunch of hits.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's a lot of confusion over there as well as to what they're going to do. So that's going to be hard to match up against as well.
Okay. Let's take this call. Carly on there. How you doing?
Hey, Pearly, how you doing? Hey, Naughty.
Hey, what's up, man?
David Rammond, the archery guy.
Hey, how you doing?
Just want to drop a nugget for the Bahamas. We celebrating here in the Archery Federation. We got 2 archers down in Argentina, which is the furthest south we've been competing. It's a world ranking event, which means that, you get a ranker for best in the world. And the young fellow, LeJuan Rhodes, he just got himself a bronze medal today in the compound under 21. So we just want to shout that out and share that. And
good stuff, man. Do me a favor, get all the results for me, and then get them to me so I could actually break them down in depth and give props to everybody, for doing a job like that. And the next time you're traveling, get to us ahead of time so we can highlight them before they travel.
Yeah, we got a team from going down to Jamaica in September, so I'll get to you. How do I get to you, Naughty?
Just stay on the air. My producer will get your number, and I'll contact you when I get off air, and we'll make it happen for you.
All right, good. Thanks for that.
All right, man.
Congratulations to the
young man as well, too.
Archers. And perhaps you could call us tomorrow and tell us how they did today, and tomorrow give us an update after 5 tomorrow.
All right. Well, we got a pretty decent take home today. We got Colin Cowherd breaking down the Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens.
Okay.
If this is their Super Bowl bubble, and this is their window, you know what I mean? Could this be the window that's closing? Just like what we talked about earlier, and some people asked via the text, could this be the year that Kansas City does buck their toe?
When you saw the young man in New England,
I'm thinking if they didn't buck their toe last year when they looked beatable.
Yeah, they did look beatable.
They made improvements this year, so let's see. So I'm interested to see Cowherd's take. So we got to jump straight to the pick and break it down. And of course, you can always get my weekly picks courtesy of the Allen Game right here on air, and of course, right there on social media. Follow Naughty Got Jokes, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. It'll be right there for you. All right, and of course in the Guardian every Friday.
I ain't gonna say nothing. Go ahead. Go ahead. That's a low blow, Clint. I can tell you about that later, Clint.
All right.
Yeah.
In the words of some of my favorite Bahamians, that one right there, that could be long.
It can be dead long.
That could be long. That could be long.
You know, fella, to waving the finger, I waving my finger right now. Boy, between Naughty and Sheldon, I got cussing words, but I can't use it on air.
Going back to Kansas City.
Yes, thank you, Clint.
Remember, the Rams got them, so they know what it is to taste defeat.
Yeah. So is this? I mean, a lot of people are saying Lamar has not gotten to where he wanted to get to. Right? He's not succeeded every year, but people had so much high hopes for him every year. Could this be his year? What is he missing? What is he lacking? Could Henry be the piece that he needed so he doesn't have to run as often? and you can build all the way down into this in weeks 15, week 16, 17, 18, where they become stronger and stronger and stronger? Or is this just the fluff that I think every year we build up Lamar Jackson every year and then he fails us?
Well, I don't think he necessarily fails us. I mean, he won the MVP. As you know, he's obviously doing something right. There's just missing pieces around him. I'm not quite sure. I haven't taken an in-depth look at their defense lately. But, I mean, if I was Harbaugh, I would want to keep the offense on the field, short little passes to Andrews, just keep the offense on, keep the other teams off the field, and then just run out the clock.
Okay.
You don't have to win by 40, 50 points every week. Just,
because actually by week 5, nobody remembers what the first week score is.
Listen, I think this Baltimore team, when it's all said and done, going into the playoffs, is going to be a typical Harbaugh-made team. They're going to run first, pass when necessary, but it's going to be effective passing based off the running game. And if you got Henry running the ball, they're going to use Henry to set up Lamar to run later on in the year. Now is when you got your options and your quarterback fakes and so on and so on, your bootlegs. You can set a lot of them up to play to the strength of Lamar. Put him out there one-on-one with a linebacker. Now you have a problem in the open field.
Well, knowing they got Henry, will Lamar be disciplined enough to sit his butt in the pocket long enough to throw the ball, or he'll still get edgy like he has been in the past years?
That's not his style of play. He's still gonna run out. That's
yeah, but for all of the knocks on him being mobile and liking to take off, look at the passing stats. He's got the yardage. He's got the touchdowns thrown as well. I mean, he could put it up in the air if he needs to.
Does he have the arm?
He most certainly has the arm, but I think he's the kind of player that's more that he's going to be resolute in running the football. That's part of his game that he's not going to get off of. It's like Michael Vick. Michael Vick could throw the ball a mile, but Mike was going to run first if he had the option.
Of course. But, I mean, here's a serious question, though, because I honestly don't even know this. I mean, we know all the ballers out in Kansas City, all the wide receivers and everything. Who's Baltimore's number 2 wide receiver?
Rashad Bateman.
And how long has he been there?
He's been hot smoking trash since they drafted him 3 years ago, but that's what number 2
They don't have a number 2. So you got Andrews you got Lamar and Henry, but I mean, that's basically it. Kansas City is just loaded all over the place. Even their second, what they're calling their second string running back now, I forget the guy's name, the white guy.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire?
No. The white guy with the blonde hair.
I got to go Google him.
They're calling him the second string behind Pacheco, and he broke off a couple big runs in preseason, and they like him.
Well, I got Pacheco in a couple of fantasy leagues. I need him to be running.
Well, he's going to run because I think they're going to establish the run.
Yeah, but he's run angry too. He's run like he's mad at the ground.
Yeah,
he is, man. He is definitely an edgy runner. I don't know. We got to figure out who that running back is, kid. Clint. But yeah, we got to get to the picks right now because we got that final segment with Colin Cowherd. So if you want to make your plays tonight and your parlay, simply log on to theislandgame.com. You can set up your account right there, and they'll verify. Once they verify, they'll put some bonus bucks on there for you to play as well too. And they always remind you to play responsibly. Who you like tonight, Clint?
Well, just let me touch on this. I found out who it was. His name is Carson Steele.
Carson Steele?
Carson Steele.
That's a real white boy football name right there. Carson Steele.
That's a Michigan name.
Long, straight, blonde hair. But anyhow.
He chops down oak trees. Carson Steele.
That's a Midwest kid. That bright blonde hair. That cold keeps that hair nice and blonde.
The love child of Chuck Norris and some random fan. He is Carson Steele. Gets the greatness from his daddy, Chuck Norris.
He's probably from Minnesota, too.
You just had to throw that in, just kill it, right? All right, cool. Let's go.
Somebody texted, Naughty, I don't mind winning a Super Bowl, but throw me one of those press passes. Kansas City Chiefs and the GOAT got this.
Okay. We'll see. You got to play for it. And I don't give anybody my press passes. They were too hard to come by. All right.
No comment. So, Clint, who you pick?
All right. Well, if tonight's game, I'm taking Kansas City, and I'm taking them in a 27-24 fashion, a late butt kicker, 55-yarder to win the game.
Naughty, who you got?
Well, tonight, like I said, I definitely would entertain the +3 if I'm doing a parlay with the Baltimore Ravens. But as a straight-up pick, I like the Kansas City Chiefs at home. Andy Reid has prep time. Mahomes has something to prove, I think, wanting to go for 3 straight. I think Kansas City's just a better team, right? So I like them tonight. And I say 27-24.
Well, I'm going to be a little different. I really think that we're putting too much hype on Kansas City and we're giving them the Super Bowl without earning it. And Chris Berman says that's why we play the game. I'm going with Baltimore today, 31-27.
Wow.
All right.
There you have it.
We'll
be back at you tomorrow to do all of the remaining games. The Friday night game, Green Bay and Philadelphia. Your Sunday 1 o'clock games, your Sunday 4 o'clock games, Sunday night game, and your Monday night game, all tomorrow in full depth. Right here on Talking Heads in the 5 o'clock hour. All we're doing is talking football tomorrow.
It's NFL time.
There you go. Clint, glad to have you back. Pearly, always, a pleasure.
I'm ready for some football.
And we'll see you tomorrow, man. Be good, Bahamas. And if you can't be good at it. And Colin Cowherd taking us home, man. Who's on the window? Is it Kansas City? Is it Baltimore? Or do these guys have competition coming up to unseat them as the top 2 seeds in the AFC? Find out that and more on the flip side of the break as Talking Heads continues right after this.
See you tomorrow.
Freedom is the road. Coming in from the cold. Tell them not to sell it, it's worth more than gold.
Living with a neurological condition shouldn't define you. At Cleveland Clinic in Florida, we do whatever it takes to make life better today while discovering new treatments for a brighter tomorrow. From epilepsy management to specialized spine care and brain tumor surgery, we're delivering world-class neurology care for the day-to-day, for the days you live for every care in the world. Visit clevelandclinicflorida.org/Caribbean.
Refined style with elegant taste. The fine threads is your place. If you want those slacks hemmed or just taking the waist, then fine threads is your place. If you wanna look suave and debonair everywhere you go, like you're supposed to be in a video, wanna step out and look grace. Refined style with elegant taste. Then fine threads is your place. Is your place. Is your place.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. You will find what you're looking for among the growing collection of classic and trendy styles with new arrivals every week. John's covers the whole family and has great prices, helpful and friendly customer service. Your experience shopping with us will be time well spent. Shop with us online at www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances, so come on into John's, located on Rosetta Street in Palmdale and Carmichael Road West. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
The Grand Bahama News is available every Tuesday in the Nassau Guardian. You can buy your local paper at Freeport Convenience Stores, Western Bakery, DeGregory's Fine Foods, and Bellevue Gifts. Now is the time to reach your Grand Bahama Market with affordable packages, including print and digital. Call GB News Sales Representative Kavandre at 822-6717 or message him on WhatsApp for ad rates. Classified ads are now available every Tuesday as well. Keep up with everything Grand Bahamian every Tuesday in the Nassau Guardian.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty, hosted by Earl the Pearl. On Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
But I hear some people get never shine tall.
Super Bowl bubbles about once a month, once every 5 weeks. I'll do you a Super Bowl bubble. Here's my Super Bowl bubble to start the season. For the radio audience, I think there's, to be honest, 7-8 teams should be favorites. In the NFC, Detroit, Green Bay, San Francisco, I'm high on the Rams. In the AFC, the Texans, the Bills, Josh Allen, Mahomes, Kansas City, and the Ravens. Teams are just on the outside. I've got a question I need to see resolved. Philadelphia, love the roster, love the quarterback, love almost everything. Ownership, GM. I'm a little worried about the coach and the quarterback relationship and the coach overall. Cincinnati, Joe Burrow's health. I wish I had the Jets defense and Miami's offense as one team, but they're so good at one thing. Jets defense, Miami offense. I'll keep them on the periphery, but there's hope here. So there you go. 8 in the bubble. and 4 on the outside. This may change. We always have a surprise team, but that feels right. I really think the Texans have a legitimate chance to get to a conference championship. They have turned that franchise around with the right coach, the right GM, and the right quarterback. All these teams have one thing in common. They have a good quarterback. I know, Brock Purdy, but he has 111 passer rating. He's a good quarterback. I don't think he's a star, but he's a good quarterback. But they don't all have an established, proven coach. We don't know what Robert Saleh really is. But tonight, what you're seeing, frankly, is what the model of the league is. Chiefs-Ravens, the 2 winningest teams in this sport since the Patrick Mahomes era started. Ownership, front office, coach, quarterback, roster, drafting, development. This is how you do it. And yet, Baltimore, one of the 2 model franchises in the league, always leaves us unsatisfied, proving how difficult it is to win in this sport. Mostly because of 2 people. In the last decade, 2 people have had a stranglehold on this league. One is retired Tom Brady. One is moving into his prime, been there probably a couple of years, Patrick Mahomes. 5 of the last 6 trophies have been hoisted by the last 10 Super Bowls. Brady or Mahomes have appeared in it. So you and I, for the next 6 months, can talk about speedy wide receivers and tough tight ends and clever running backs and smart coordinators and brilliant young offensive coaches. Brady and Mahomes. And even the quarterbacks capable of beating Mahomes in a January game. Joe Burrow can't stay healthy. Lamar Jackson kind of freezes in the headlights. Josh Allen, one too many mistakes. It illustrates once again just how damn hard it is to win. And it's why I support Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. It's really hard to beat legends. Go ask Peyton Manning and Big Ben with Brady. And go ask Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow. It's just incredibly hard. Kansas City's got everything right. Owner, front office, president, GM, quarterback, weapon, pass rusher, draft, develop. They got everything right. And Baltimore's got almost everything right. And that's this sport, inches, not feet. And Tom Brady earlier this week on this show talked about the challenges tonight for Baltimore and the opening game of the season.
When you lose in the playoffs, you want to think about, how are we going to get over the hump next year? What do we need to do? Where are our deficiencies? Where can we get a little better? How can we improve our team a little bit so when we get in these big games, we're more prepared than the other team? We got more margin of error. And look, to win a Super Bowl is absolutely incredibly difficult. There's only one team that does it. Baltimore wants what the Chiefs got, and that's why you lead the season off the way they have it, Ravens-Chiefs.
For the record, never won a Super Bowl. He had a 10-year gap. The best player that's ever played, the most dominant, productive player, Tom Brady, won a decade, no Super Bowls. And those were his best offenses. Randy Moss teams. Blew people out. That's how hard it is. That's the challenge for Baltimore. But Barkley was great and couldn't beat MJ. Phil was great, couldn't get past Tiger enough. It's just really hard to beat legends. Speaking of legends, right now, the most consistent culture creator in American football, college or pro, is Jim Harbaugh. It's not Saban, he's retired. It's not Parcells, he's gone. Belichick, nope. Urban Meyer in college, doing TV. It's Jim Harbaugh. Pre-Harbaugh, do you remember how bad Stanford was? 1-11. Oh, they were good at the academic thing. They were horrible at football. His first year at Stanford, they flew down to Los Angeles as a 40-point underdog and beat the Trojans, who were number 2 in the country in Los Angeles. 49ers, pre-Harbaugh, had not made the playoffs in 8 years. The roster was a mess. They had no culture. Year 1 with Harbaugh, 13-3, NFC Championship, with a quarterback that was viewed as a bust, Alex Smith. Michigan was a tire fire pre-Harbaugh, 5-7, 1 first-round pick, a left tackle, tackle, Taylor Lewan. 1 first-rounder in 4 years. Pre-Harbaugh. First year, 10-3. And oh, by the way, this last year, what do they have? 13, 14 guys drafted? Stanford was a disaster. Niners were a disaster. Michigan was a disaster. And now, here comes Houdini. Pre-Harbaugh, the Chargers last year had a virtual mutiny with their players. 5-12, worst locker room in the league, worst big play defense in the league with a defensive coordinator, and Jim walks into the building. By the way, a brand new building in El Segundo, California. It's gorgeous. And here's the guy that does this better than anybody currently coaching football. He is the greatest repetitive culture creator. But this time, it's not a total rebuild. Khalil Mack, Bosa off the edge. His first draft pick, Joe Alt, best tackle in the draft to go along with Rashawn Slater. Edge rushers, tackles, above average. Oh, Justin Herbert. Nothing against Alex Smith or his first quarterback at Michigan. But Justin Herbert's really good this week, who was a quarterback in the NFL. I think he's got a little twinkle. He's been very optimistic. He's almost been funny this entire offseason. Why? Because this isn't the Stanford rebuild. This isn't the Niner rebuild. This isn't the Michigan rebuild. He's got Justin Herbert. He's always reminded me, Jim Harbaugh, a little of the late Steve Jobs. Jobs wasn't the best engineer, right? There were smarter people in the building. But he understood, unlike Microsoft at the time, the artistry of it. He was selling imagery, and he knew what he wasn't. Harbaugh's not the best scheme guy in the NFL. Could be Kyle Shanahan, not the best scheme guy. But the ability to change cultures, college and pro, is a real thing, and nobody in the world is better at it. And I got into this discussion a couple of months ago, and somebody said, God, Harbaugh's really lightened up. He's like funny and likable. And I'm like, because Jim sees what he's never seen before, which is a top 5 quarterback in a rebuild. He usually had to go trade for one,